Hi everybody, welcome along to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. We are back for another live stream Saturday, and today we're in iRacing. We're going to be taking on the 3 hours of Monza. This is the VRS Endurance Series. So we're going to be taking on Monza, not one of my favourite tracks, but quite good for endurance racing. And we're going to be using this, the BMW M4 GT3. Not great looking on the front, but good fun to drive. So not only are we taking on the 3 hours of Monza, we actually have 2 cars running under the Sim Racing Bible banner this evening because we are joined by some other people. Because being a 3-hour endurance race, I can't do it all by myself, so I have enlisted some help. So in my car I have a certain Mr. Daniel Taylor from Demon Tweaks Esports, and we also have in the second car Gareth Mesham and Daniel Handover joining us for this one. So we have 2 cars hopefully on track in the same race. That would be ideal. So we're going to see how we get on. So let's jump into the stream. We're not quite in the race session just yet, but we're just currently watching the second car going round from above. So we're going to be loading into the session fairly soon. But as you can see, there's 403 drivers and 224 teams registered for it. So there's going to be quite a few people going for it on this one. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get on. So what we'll do is we've got our other drivers on the Discord channel, so we're going to jump in there and just introduce everyone to you. So we'll go and do that now.
Oh, Phil's back.
Yes, I am. Hello everybody. We are live now on the channel. So just to introduce you, we have Gareth Mesham.
G'day, mate.
We have Daniel Handover.
Hello.
And we have my teammate Daniel Taylor.
Hello.
So there we go. Brilliant. So we've got everyone in the Discord server here now, so hopefully we can get some good racing action under our belts this evening. Let's jump on, rather than on blimp mode, let's take a look at the car. So this is the sister car, if you like, running in the blue livery today. We have ours in the nice traditional red. So we're going to see how we get on with both cars on track. It's already getting slowdowns. It's a good start. So the session should be going live in, let's say, a minute. So the guys are just doing some last minute testing just to get their eye in. So I'm going to be qualifying the car and starting the race as well, and then we're going to hand over to Dan Taylor to do the middle stint, and then we're going to finish the race. Hopefully we're going to finish the race as long as we're on track and still running. So here we go, we're going to join our race session now, and we'll see how we get on. So how are we all doing anyway? I hope you're all doing well.
Here we go.
You guys are all getting excited. So this could be quite an interesting event for us, I think.
Oh no, good show. I'll do that no then. Do that in a minute. Right, fingers crossed.
So endurance racing, something new for us on the channel. We've not done this as a live stream or a video yet, so I hope you guys enjoy this. It's just trying something out, just see how things go. I've done various endurance races in the past, and we've raced 24-hour races, Spa-Francorchamps, Le Mans as well. So yeah, lots of endurance racing experience. So this should be a lot of fun. Monza has its unique way of causing chaos, particularly at turn 1. So hopefully we can keep it nice and clean as we go through there.
Right.
You'll get used to the banter from the guys on the Discord channel because they're good fun. So it's loading into the
I'm going to
session
start
now.
my stream.
So it looks like Mr. Hando is streaming his as well.
FPS going.
So what are our predictions for this one then, guys? What are we going to do? Where are we going to end up?
I reckon turtle turn 1.
Strong prediction, I like it.
I'm going to send it on the inside of turn 1, break on the grass and wipe half the field out.
It'll probably be me.
Now I think if we're both in top split,
Both in this, yeah, both in the same race.
top 20's got to be a target, hasn't it? Because we've got Williams Esports in there and they're just insane.
Yeah, there's some quick guys with us, aren't there? So I think if we can
Professionals.
tag on, if we can tag onto the back of them, we should be okay.
Your rated 12, we're rated 17.
What?
Big teams in them.
So more teams to take out. I mean, to try and overtake.
Oh dear. Right, so we got ourselves our setup. We've got it set up for full endurance mode. We haven't actually got the
As it's
qualifying
been
set up, so
found.
we'll have to take some fuel out of it.
It
And,
gives you hope in it.
Yeah. Makes Luke Bennett.
Oh, look, you think-
That's a spin. He did die today, to be fair.
No, but he'll die in the race. I mean,
Right.
he can't get around a normal track, let alone anywhere else.
I did put Ralph Schumacher in my team as well, but I had to.
Mick Schumacher.
So yeah, Ralph, Mick.
Ralphie back in the 2000s, guys.
His surname's Schumacher, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right,
Mick,
so
Ralph,
we'll
Ralph, Mick.
put that one in there. We'll just take some fuel out of this.
Qualifying's 8 minutes.
I have a
Okay,
PDS quali one if you're putting on Phil.
Have you got a quality one of you?
Yeah, I've
Okay,
got quali.
Okay,
Oh,
send
yeah.
it to hand over.
Go-
He sent it to
put
hand
it on.
over.
Dan Taylor's just giving us a qualifying setup, so
There you go.
we'll go out and
Hand over,
awesome.
you there?
Let's go.
You there, yeah?
Let's go
I
qualify.
haven't sent it to him.
I was sending hand over, come on.
Okay,
Sit
so
team.
BMW M4 GT3, 6-cylinder turbo.
That's right. I've got the fuel.
So we get 2 laps to qualify.
Download
So
the standard.
this is where we get to see just how
Am I
far down the
waiting
grid we might end up on
He's
this one. I
waiting
think
for
it
Dan
could
to send
be
it over to you right now.
I
Oh,
thought,
I'm
what
sending it over
would-
here
what would-
because Phil's in the car.
could be tricky.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
There you go.
Okay, we're not going to go too mad on this outlap because we don't want to ruin our tyres for our qualifying lap. But I do know that the tyres in the GT3 cars do take a little bit of warming up, so we will
I can make a cup of tea.
see how we go. We'll probably be quickest on our second lap. So what we're going to try and do is just go for a strong banker lap for the first one, just to get a lap time on the board. So try and keep it within the white lines.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Right, I'm gonna make a cup of tea. BRB.
So
Okay.
Monza itself is one of those circuits you either get on with it or you don't really. So we just got to do our best around here. And we've done okay around here in the past. We've had some decent results. So we'll just have to keep plugging away and keep turning those laps in. Scary chicane, always tricky. Just being a little bit cautious through there. The setup is quite lively on the rear end, so you have to be quite careful with the throttle just to make sure it's not going to rotate on you too much. So here we go. We're going to go for our first lap here. Let's get ourselves a good run out of the parabolic if we can. Not excellent, but it's okay. We're up on the way. Okay. So we've got to nail our braking point into turn 1. About 150. It's a little timid, but we survived it. That's the main thing. Okay, second chicane. One thing this car is very good at is hopping the curbs. It's a bit leery. Dear me. Okay, so there's plenty on the table for the second lap. Okay,
Yeah, just a
scary
bit.
then.
bloody boiling.
You really do have to hang on to it through there. It's it's so loose. But okay, this isn't going to be a particularly quick lap, but we'll try and go quick on the second one. Okay, it's first lap pretty much in the box. Wow, that's so slow. Right, come on, let's see if we can improve on that. So a bit of a gain out of the first chicane, we're 10th up. Still not great through there, but we survived. Wasn't a great run onto the straight. Time's ticking away on us. Yeah, we've been going quicker in practice actually, so this is maybe down to track temperature. It doesn't feel like there's an awful amount of grip out there. But we are going to improve on this lap, hopefully. So a good half second up on where we were, but even so, it's pretty slow lap. So what's that going to put us so far? 32nd. Okay, that's fine. Let's see where the other guys are. Probably miles ahead of us on that one. No, we're actually ahead of them. Can't see what they're doing at the moment, but okay, so starting 32nd. There's a lot of quick guys in here. We're in the top split, so it's going to be tough. Very, very tough. Well, I'm sure glad we qualified. Just where we want to be.
Yeah, turn one's going to be amazing. Look how many cars are in here. Probably a good 60 cars, isn't
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to that, isn't it?
48 degrees.
there? Oh yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, there's no grip at all.
Yeah, shrimp on the barbie, mate.
So you don't need the Barbie, just put it straight on the track.
Oh my god.
Triple stint tyres, yeah?
We're not going to change all the way through.
It's so messy.
Good quality.
Race set on over.
Yep.
We're on the grid. That's
Yeah.
good.
We might want to put the race set on for...
Race set.
Is it on? Is it done?
No. Still on quality.
That would be a good start.
Yeah, there are 60 cars in here.
Maybe P28. Mazda spin fans. That's amazing.
Here,
All
so
we
we're
gotta
gonna
do is beat that
full
one
fuel on.
car.
Okay, let's go to grid. See how we get on. Ah, goodness me. Right. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Been a while since we've done this. So who's starting for you guys?
Hey,
Who's starting between Mesh and Handover?
Mr. Handover.
Ah, okay.
Gives my arm a break.
True that. Mr. Mesham had his COVID jab, so his arm's feeling a bit immobile.
Ah, dear.
I'm not supposed to be here. Why am I in top split? Because you're tie cable connected.
yeah. He's got a car in here.
So we're on a short rolling lap, so we're not going to be doing the full lap, so we're lining up on the
Someone should put
straight
what's
towards the
taking
Skyry,
away,
so
he should
hopefully
not
we
be
can
here.
get some warmth in the tyres before we go.
Now.
But
what's
really
the
this is just going to be a
going
case of
races
just
before we start?
Not hating on anyone.
just
It's gonna
keeping
be
it clean in
plenty
turn
of
one.
that.
Some people have had their jagged past.
Thanks, Paul. We're going to need that good luck. I think we're going to be in for a bit of a wild ride on this one.
We're going to need all the luck in the world here, aren't we, between us?
Why don't we just
Right.
start from the back?
Paul on the streams just wished us good luck, so I think we need it.
Yeah. So I think he's
United,
top
yeah.
two laps.
Well, this is iRacing at Monza. We're in the middle of a 60 car grid on near 50-degree temperatures.
Yeah. And there's a Ferrari trying to overtake someone already in front of us.
Turn one's going to be
Yes, thanks, David.
predictable as everybody thinks it is.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Phil and
goodness me.
Danny, cold tyres, slippy for about 2, 3, 4 laps. Probably for the whole first stint actually. Going off the tractor.
Oh dear.
Fine.
Yeah, so we're going to have cold
What did you
tyres to start off
qualify
with, so it's going to be...
Yeah.
36th.
Right. Good luck, everyone. Let's have a good one.
Yeah, let's try and keep it going.
Action. No. No slow down.
There's a Ford in here. It out-qualified us.
That's a bet then, isn't it? Are they going now? I think they're going. No, slowing down. That was a bit naughty, wasn't it? Ah, I'm not looking.
Hold
God,
your
my God.
breath.
Okay, here we go. We are clear to the right, so I'm going to just take the inside line into turn one because we have space. And just watch the chaos unfold. We're going to be on the brakes nice and early here.
The grass on the right.
And we've got chaos already.
Go left hand over. Ah!
Really?
We're in trouble.
What are people
Yeah.
doing?
Why are we driving backwards? What's
Fuck's
what
sake.
is
We
What
tried it
is
about
this?
3 times.
We're...
And again.
well done, top split?
Oh, our car's wrecked. Left.
Well, I think we kind of escaped that, sort of.
It's the steering light, Phil, so it's still straight.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, welcome to our racing, everybody. This is the peak of sim racing.
So hand over from right damage and the rear's a bit damaged.
And you wonder why I don't do too much with it. It's
fairly
just
big steering
nonsense.
Have we?
Yeah,
These
massive.
people driving
Left hand down,
backwards
probably
towards and reversing back out
10
as well.
degrees.
Insane.
Doing a pit?
We'll see what pace is.
So, who knows where we're going to end up out of all of this?
I'm
Typical
surprised
first
we didn't
corner.
suffer more,
Yeah,
to be
it is a
honest.
typical first corner at Monza, to be honest, but it's,
Go on the
yeah.
grass maybe and get out of the way, but...
Oh no. Guy behind Phil nearly sent it 3 wide into a Scary.
Yeah, that was a little bit close, wasn't it?
Oh, well held.
So Phil, you've got front end damage minor. Looks okay.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. We're 3 wide.
How many people are going to peel off to the pits here? There you go, 2 gone.
Bit, losing too much time.
Yeah, I'm taking tire. I'm on ticking tires.
It sounds like the second car's got some major damage issues going on.
Oh, okay. Not your fault, mate. Let's see how much we've got to repair.
8 minutes 41 seconds.
Wow. I think we just fix it all.
May as well.
Well, this is chaos.
Ah. It's just normal, isn't it? Hard.
We have definitely got pace on these guys ahead of us. See if we can try and
Yeah,
get ourselves past them in one way. That's just people just insane. Okay, we've got to get past these guys. We're so much quicker. Oh, chaos at Ascari.
Crash at Ascari, full, careful.
Flipping left. That's damage up neck. It's gotta be.
Yeah, great. Make it 3 wide. That's a great idea. What is this?
Let him through. He's an idiot.
I'll have all of you. No problem.
You animal, Phil.
I mean, he's pitting as well. I mean, no, he's not pitting. Okay, fine.
Didn't we?
Mate, he's the one who's harassing us.
Have we just joined a lobby in Wreckfest? Just asking.
Yes, Phil. Come on, lad. Oh, Phil. Unbelievable.
Not letting him through. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of space. Now let's try and get some lap times in and try and catch up to those guys ahead of us.
Oh, the reason we got hit is because we have a massive netcode.
Ah, is that what it was?
Started it.
Okay, let's try and see if we can settle this down a bit now.
Netcode on you, or you netcoded somebody else?
So the pile-up that was at the start, they all sort of like cascade, they all sort of like rolled back after one another, and there was about, I don't know, 3 feet, and I got really shafted round and the car behind hit me, and that's what started. We probably would have been okay. Yeah, we just got almost, you know when you hit like a tyre barrier or something, you stop. Things like
Yeah.
that. Kicked us
Net
out.
code's a thing with online
Good
racing.
old iRacing.
Yeah.
I will still have some fun.
We were alright to start with, and then the guy behind us rolled into us. And sort of all concertinaed up, no range of damage, and then Phil took to the grass and a car crashed in front of him on the grass.
Guy running into me already.
Then when we rejoined, somebody drove into the side of him.
Being driven into on the straights.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah. Typical first turn Monza, isn't it?
Past these Ferraris.
Just going to keep it on the inside here. Just he's going to have to run off into the grass if he's going to stay there. People are just absolutely bananas.
Those Ferraris will kill each other.
Yeah, they seem a little bit feisty, don't they? Show the nose a bit there. Really?
Repaired.
About 4 minutes.
Just about saw that coming. I don't know, craziness, absolute craziness. That's the thing though, with iRacing everyone seems to be just like, this is like super serious, and if I don't win this, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to lose out on a massive paycheck, or I'm not going to get that prize drive, or, you know, whatever it might be. Everyone seems to just drive with that mentality, and it's not good. It's not healthy. I mean, yes, there's being aggressive, but then there's, you know, being stupid, and unfortunately there's a little bit too much of the latter in some cases, but that's okay. You know, we still survive. We're driving a car. We have something to race for, so we'll keep going and hope people take each other out, and we'll pick up the pieces later. Thought it was 3 hours, not a 15-minute sprint. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, so I'm doing the first hour, then Dan Taylor's going to be jumping in for the second hour, then I'm going to fill in for the final hour and finish this off if we've managed to survive that long. Now, at the moment, it's looking like that could be tricky. So also the BMW is not really the car of choice around here, so a lot of people, as you can tell, are running the Ferrari, which is probably one of the stronger cars around here. But we enjoy driving the BMW, so that's what we've chosen for this particular event. It's definitely still quite slippy, with the track temperatures being quite high.
You boys rolling again, yeah?
Okay, let's see if we can
Another
try
couple,
and
baby.
pick up some places here.
Yeah, minute and 30.
The old slipstream train.
Car on the left. Clear.
So I'd definitely say we've got the pace on this Lambo ahead. They're braking quite early as well, and I think we can brake just a little bit later into turn 1. So if we can get a decent amount of parabolic, we might be able to try and go up the inside there.
Hopefully the steering wheel will be straight again.
I hope so. At least the car will be somewhat drivable if it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll only be, what, 6 and a bit laps down?
We're about to go 4, I think.
We're on lap 6.
Well, thankfully things seem to have settled into a bit of a rhythm.
5 down then if you get rolling soon.
Yes, competition pick is dead. Okay, let's go.
So we're quite
We got a lot of traffic.
quite close. We've got a guy only 0.3 behind us here. This guy's going to go side by side into turn 1, see if we can pick up the pieces here. Try and follow the Lambo through if we can.
Car on the left. Hold your line. To the right.
Always get forced off.
Behind the car.
Clear on the left.
Wasn't the plan. Oh well.
I like it when my stream has no sound. Again.
That's one gone. Brilliant. Ah dear. 3-hour endurance
One of the
racing.
aggressive Ferraris.
Dead.
Oh yeah, he's in a wall.
Oof. Bit too much curb there. Shouldn't send it from there. Oh dear. He's going to rejoin somewhere. Just about missed him. How did we get through that?
Phil nearly got killed.
This Lambo's trouble. Well, it's brought us a little bit of time behind anyway. Now let's see if we can use our brakes to good effect here. Get a good run. There we go. So we had to figure out where we were quicker than him, and that was where we were, so we've used that to our advantage, which is good. Now let's see if we can lay down some lap times and catch the next train of cars. Just trying to be a little bit careful through there because there's a lot of potential for going off track on the exit there, and obviously we want to keep our incidents down, especially as we had a little bit of a rough start, so we don't want to be having too many incident points, so try and keep it off the off track areas. Fortunately that's not one of them. Ooh, another one gone. Where you... okay. That's right, just keep it neat and tidy, and hopefully we'll pick up places as we go.
I don't think we've got a lap yet without seeing a dead car or witnessing a death or a crash.
Amazing.
Top quality driving going on. Okay. First time into turn one with no one in front of us. Oh, another one gone. Oh, let's hand over it. Was that a team play?
I got spun around again.
Yeah, it's pretty wide, wasn't it?
I backed out early and then everyone just braked. I was like, okay, great, cool. Yeah, we've got a fair bit of straight line speed damage still. We can't. Yeah, we're probably losing about maybe 15k on the straight.
Wow, right, okay.
So it's
One of them.
It's missed again.
Yep.
Yes. Yep, it
the
is very
steering's
much a
still
case of
slightly
avoidance.
off centre though. It's not. It's almost there. It's just that fraction off.
Just short shifting a little bit through there just to kind of maintain the traction off Ascari.
Must be in front of a few cars though to stay at this race.
Well, we're almost back up to our qualifying position, which
We're
is nice.
54th apparently. So there's definitely been a few people that have packed it in.
Yeah,
Yep.
might be a few more.
Looking at it, a few of them didn't even take the start.
We're almost back to our qualifying position. So the guys behind are reasonably close, so still got company to deal with. But we are catching the guy ahead as well, so he's 3.2 ahead. Keep an eye on those gaps.
We're somehow back to where we started.
What were you,
Yeah, so we've
36?
taken 2
Yeah.
tenths out of him there. Good thing about Monza, I suppose, is you get to have a bit of a break down the streets when you're not dodging cars. Yeah, the guy behind's got the benefit of the slipstream as well, so he's keeping up with us quite easily. And if we've got some front end damage from that first lap skirmish, then we will be down a little bit on top end speed. So that won't be helping. Okay, so just under 3 seconds to the guy ahead now. We're keeping the gap behind reasonably stable at half a second, so if we can keep him there, that'll be alright. Trick is to get that first curb and then really monster that second one. The BMW is really good on the curb, so you can be quite aggressive through the second chicane there. And we've managed to pull a little bit of time back on the guy behind as well. So there we go. Well, so welcome to Monza, everybody. We can breathe a little bit. Try not to repeat our Nissan Skyline incident from last week. So we are getting a little bit closer to the guy ahead. 2.7 now the gap. So we'll just come out of pit lane and obviously doing some repairs. So let us know if you're watching along on your. Let us know what your thoughts are on
Got a
Monza.
big pile of,
Oh
yeah,
dear. Yeah, that car's seen better days.
yeah, thanks roof.
Good if you found a car on its roof.
Yeah, yeah. Exit the first chicane.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
I miss these.
I do as well, actually. It's quite good fun.
It's not how I'd describe it, but yeah.
That was fun, as trying to get your street to work, which reminds me of fucking language.
Language. Hey, come on.
Right. So
Yeah,
we
I
are
had a,
catching
I
the
had a
guys
split in when I
still
got
a little bit.
big, so that was my bad. Sorry to,
Yeah,
to
you're-
Phil's viewers.
You're all banned.
You see, you all thought it'd be me.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, but it'd be past the watershed by the time I get in. Yeah, you see? Thinking.
Thought this through, in ya.
I have, yeah.
Oh,
big crash, big crash. Don't pull out you. Whoa,
Donkey, as we're going to say, wouldn't you?
donkey.
Clown.
You donkey.
Okay, so gaps are stabilised again, so we've got a second behind us. So can settle into a little bit of a rhythm hopefully here and just try and tick off some good laps and just keep moving forwards. Never know, maybe some more carnage to come. This car ahead's probably got damage as well, so that's maybe one reason why we're catching. So, endurance racing then. Why do people enjoy it? Well, when things go smoothly off the start, you can be in for a decent race for a good period of time. But even if something does go wrong off the start, we got caught up in all sorts of misdemeanors, but we've fought our way back to a position where we started the race in. And who knows, we'll probably make some more before the end of the race as well. So it's all about that that constant battle to try and move forward and not give up and just keep going. And you know, in motorsport and sim racing, you never know what's going to happen next. So you've got to keep pushing. As we found out several times on the stream, we've had incidents where we've caught people on the last lap, or things have gone on in our favour. So you can never give up. This Mercedes ahead should be getting some blue flags. See if we can get up the inside into the second chicane here. Okay, he's let us go, which is good. Oop, that's a bit wide. So annoyingly, the car ahead's got back up over 3 seconds ahead now, so got all that work to catch him up again.
Lol. Bye.
So there we go. Back on what we're talking about, endurance racing. So yeah, it's one of those things you can have what seems like a really rotten race to start off with, but if you keep going, you can actually salvage a pretty good result from things, considering. Especially in the much longer ones, like the 24 hours and the even the 6-hour ones, which they run on iRacing regularly. 3-hour ones are a little bit more of a scramble, as you probably can tell, but even there you can still come back and get a decent result out of it all. Looks like it's getting a bit tasty up in front. Let's draw them back towards us a little bit. Oops. Bit too deep into the chicane that time. Didn't get it slowed down enough. Yeah, exactly. That's the other point I was going to make about endurance racing, is there's the element of strategy involved. So in these GT races, it can get to the point where you making pit stops pretty much on the hour every hour. But you know, there's still the strategy of, you know, do you double stint tyres, which can save you a bit of time in the pit stops. But sometimes, depending on the length of the track, etc., and the fuel burn, so Monza's a high fuel burn circuit where you've got most of the lap is a wide open throttle, so you're using quite a lot of the fuel. So do you manage your fuel burn by a little lift and coast to try and maximise your fuel mileage, or do you just keep it pinned all the way through and then work it in with a bit of a splash and dash towards the end or in the middle of the stints? So it's all quite tactical in a way. Our guy behind in the BMW's caught up again. We have got an Audi not too far up the road in front of us, so we might be able to catch a breath of the slipstream, which will really help. Need to neaten that second chicane up, it's getting a bit ragged into there now. And just like that, we've managed to drop the guy behind again. It's kind of ebbing and flowing a little bit. So we're 1.9 seconds ahead the guy in front of us, so usually about 1.5 seconds is where you start to pick up the slipstream effect. So we need to get ourselves a little bit closer. Running wide there might help, potentially. Just trying to balance the throttle on the exit of the parabolica there. It's not quite full throttle that early on. You have to kind of feed it in quite gently just to make sure you don't get the wheel spin.
I can watch 2 races at once. Got Phil on YouTube on my left. I got Danny in the middle of the track. He does. Sign it to channel, not sign it.
Phil's making good progress.
Phil's missed racing with the boys and iRacing, that's what it is.
We've done alright, haven't we? There we go, so we're down to 1.2 seconds now, so we should get the benefit of a bit of a draft. Just being gentle with the power through there again. Okay, this is where we can start making some progress. We're a little bit of a blip from the car in front. There we go, come on, let's get some of that slipstream. Pull us along. Need the extra straight line speed. We're under a second DRS range. No, we don't have DRS. I do know that the Audi is quite a nervous car, so around here over the curbs it probably won't be particularly happy. Whereas the BMW has no problems with curbs, so we've got to use that to our advantage here. what we don't want to have happen here is we've now done the hard work of catching the Audi, but we don't want to have all that progress stall out by being stuck behind them for ages, so we need to try and get a move on here as we early as we can, so we don't lose all that momentum going forwards. Definitely got the pace, so maybe a turn 1 move coming up if we can line him up out of here. Seems quite early on the brakes, so we might be able to get him again. Nice and close now, so hopefully we can send one up the inside or the outside. So if we get it high enough, we might just cruise right around the outside. Yeah, he's got damage as well, which isn't helping him. There we go.
I think the thing that bugs me about this car the most is the safety on the downshift.
Yeah, you can't just slam it down the gears.
Yeah, it never gives me a gear when I want it to, and it's so frustrating.
It's got to look after that engine, Dan.
Irritating when that's how you drive a car normally, isn't
Yeah, exactly. Normally I'm smashing down the gears to use the engine, but yeah, it's the same with the GT4 version. It just feels like it takes forever.
Ah no. Complaining.
We've made a response. Handover P53.
Yay! Not gonna lie, this is one of the most boring drives I think I've ever done. Because I can just see the car ahead who's like a 2k driver just pulling away. I'm like, okay, great. The car feels okay actually, to be fair. Like the car's actually in a pretty stable condition. It's just underfloor damage or whatever it is. It's just so slow in a straight line.
Got no pace.
It's literally just.
It's not got a straight panel on, I'll give you that. Maybe a slight part of the bonnet. No, actually no. Actually, the best part of the car, which is the actual grille bit, there's nothing there. It's fine.
Oh right, yeah. What about the roof? Is the roof okay?
Yeah, the roof's straight.
Yeah, the roof's straight. It really depends.
Oh look, there's a part we don't have to fix. The old Days of Thunder quote.
We're going to be top 50 at least. Maybe.
Yeah, a bit more death, yeah. P51's part of the train we're in.
Can you dig them out?
No, because it's at the back of the train and we're at the front of it.
And your point beat Daniel.
We're actually competitive and you're not.
Oh, that's not our fault.
It's not ours either. Not slowing down. Phil's reeling the guy in front of him in.
Just take him out, that's it. That's what you need to do.
But there's enough idiots on the track that somebody will do it for you.
I mean, the car was in the pits that
I'll
long.
take the off track there to run a little bit left.
He's 2 laps ahead of you as well.
Yeah, fine. Will be. Yeah.
5 out of 25. Can't have too many more of those. That's a bit too much curb.
Yeah, what's 100
But
irate
luckily,
loss?
the BMW can take it.
What's 100 irate loss is nothing, is it?
Yeah,
So again, looking forward then, what have we got? 2.7 seconds to the car ahead.
Oh, that was just ridiculous.
well, no, I'll rephrase that. Happened to me at Road America.
Yeah, true. At least you weren't involved in as much this time. I think I'm just
Yeah,
a
we'll
jinx.
take another 2/10 out of him there as well.
What's in the car? The car's good.
It's a nice car to drive. Although I have seen one of these new 4 Series on the road, and I actually don't mind it.
It just takes a while to get used to it, doesn't it?
It's the road version's grown on me, like the M3 and the M4. I've seen a couple of those in the real life, and they look okay. It's passable.
Yeah.
A little deep into that chicane then, but managed to get through it and survive. So we're 2.4 now to the car ahead. It's good, we're making some progress, that's what it's all about. That's what we like. He's also got lap traffic ahead of him as well. Hopefully you can gain some more time that way. Gotta unwind the steering as early as you dare through there. Get the tyres straight on the road so you're not scrubbing off speed. Yeah, we are patiently reeling them in. It's a slow progress, but we're getting there. We'll get them. This looks like that Lamborghini that was ahead of us before. Must have had an off somewhere else. Need to bring my braking point back just a little bit into the second chicane, just running in too deep consistently, so I need to bring that back.
So it was at 261 down the straight. We're 259 is our max.
Really?
I think, yeah, I'll check again on the next one.
Guys are trying to figure out just how much straight line speed loss they've got from their damage in car number 2.
Yeah.
I suppose what the front runner's doing. What's
I dread to think what the Fiat 500 are doing, but listen.
Question is whether we have any other BMWs ahead of us, whether we're top BMW, that's what we're aiming for.
Probably that difficult to find because they can't be that far in front of you, can they? Or behind you.
No, he's at the wrong part of traffic.
Okay, so we'll use a slipstream of this Lamborghini ahead of us, the
We're a
lap
minute
traffic, to
or
try
more
and see if we
behind
can
already.
pull closer to the
Bad compared
the
to
next car up the road.
Bit of gaggle at the front.
Okay, let's make a move here.
Left side. To the right. Clear on the left.
That's brought us out quite nicely behind the Ferrari, 1.8 seconds ahead now. Almost into slipstream mode.
It'll be quick. He's always been quick in a straight line.
Yeah, he's gonna be 270, isn't he? Maybe. Oh my god, it's a rocket ship.
Phil, welcome along.
262.
Nice to have you on the stream.
Quite quick then. Who was
We're
that?
in the BM.
It's Pete
At
Bisco,
Monza.
the first guy. The guy P52 URO Motorsport, that's 264, he was hitting. 268 for some of the others.
So we're 1.5 seconds to the guy ahead now, so close that gap once again. Just over a second to the
Straight line.
guy behind as well. So sitting in a nice comfortable little buffer. How are we doing, Phil? You okay? Oh, good. Glad you like it. Try and make it as enjoyable of a watch as we can. Here we go. Ooh, he seems to be quite early on the brakes, this Ferrari.
She feels at 262 that time.
Little bit of turn.
Yeah, if you have just joined us, Phil, you've missed quite a bit of fun at the start. It was just utter chaos. We managed to survive it, and we're hunting them down.
Just noticed the BM doesn't have a number board in its window.
Ooh. Still not getting it stopped into there properly.
Strange. All the others have a place in there.
Always late to the party. No, you're never late here.
Swap.
Number board in the window.
Yeah.
Any position in the race or whatever in the window.
I don't think the Lambo's going either.
I think the Lambo does.
Okay, so we're under a second now. We're going to use our slipstream to good effect.
I'm sure there's one a few places behind.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, that's,
Sorry, front window, isn't it?
that's sausage curbs for you.
BM has.
Yeah, I might go ahead.
I lifted then because I thought, oh, hang on, he's going to have a big accident here. I have to get out of the way.
Get on it. Get complaining. That's why we're so slow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get a move into turn one here.
P46 is in pits.
Oh, happy days. Could be a place in about 10 laps time.
No, it's just
There we
about
go.
legs.
I mean, not then.
Clear on the left.
I didn't realise he was moving, it just come up like he was in the pits somewhere relative. Then came out of the pits.
And we're through.
Past him.
Oh, hang on. Someone just missed the chicane entirely. Where did that person come from? Yeah, the curbs are brutal.
This mate is slow as anything.
What you doing?
51 free.
Oh, come on.
Luckily, the BM is good on the curbs.
49s.
No, we're doing 50. Did a 50.7 last time round.
Not that far back, are we?
Only half a second or so, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm absolutely driving the nadges off of this thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to carry as much corner speed as I can because it just. I don't know why. Like we're not losing too much time on the actual top end, but it's the way it gets there for some reason. It's just.
Yeah.
It seems like it just takes forever.
Engine damage, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully the engine doesn't go bang halfway through the.
Yeah, it'll just be my luck. I'll get in the car. We've got the leaders behind you. I will get in there, won't you?
Okay, so we've got ourselves some more space behind now, which is good. I don't know what that was all about at turn one.
Stole it, mate.
Whether someone just completely missed the chicane or not. I didn't see anything in the mirrors, so...
Just drive it till it goes back.
Oh, the car ahead's up. Same luck as us. Car 19. Good position here.
So 5.8 seconds to the car ahead. See if we can reel some more in. We've made 3 positions from our original starting place, and quite a few
What was
from
it?
where we ended up.
0.3.
Ooh, nice, good stuff.
It's his quickest lap so far.
That's with an overtake into turn 1 as well. So at some point soon we have to check how much fuel we got left. So we've got 6.1 laps remaining, so not many. First stint has gone very quickly. What's that? Yeah, 12 minutes left of the hour. 12 minutes 50 seconds. 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 12 min Okay, so very marginally closed the gap, 5.7 now ahead.
Ooh, Mr. Ridge is in your chat.
That's right. That's right. Ah dear. Yeah, 150.3 the quickest lap we've done, so quicker again, 50.1. Didn't feel like a particularly quick lap that one, but it seemed to go okay.
Laps of fuel left.
Okay, so we've taken a little bit more time off the guy ahead, now it's 5.5. Probably won't get to them by the time we have to make our stop, but the more time we can pull back the better. It's a better second chicane, that one. Big armful of opposite lock over the curb there. Oh, all of a sudden something's happened behind. We've got 3.5 seconds to the guy behind. Do the guys behind have it coming together, Dan? Looks like no one's talking to me anymore. Well, that felt like a reasonable lap, so let's see if we've lowered our lap time any further. No, 50.2. Pretty consistent though, that's all we want. Now we're under 5 seconds ahead now. So Monza's changed considerably since the very early days. I remember crossing under the old banking there. Be interesting to do that on cars like this. See how they deal with the banking. Pretty wild ride, I'm sure. Wonder why my mic's muted. I haven't done that. Try that. Must have pushed the wrong button. Is that any better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Mr. Mute.
Three to go.
Yeah, where's that disputed to?
We have got what to go. Leader behind you then.
Okay, here we go.
9 to go. Let's go sort the kids out.
So the gap's staying reasonably stable. 4.8 ahead. A bit ragged. Some more lap traffic coming up as well, which might play into our hands. depending of course where the car ahead catches him and where we catch him. But as I said, we've only got 3 laps to go of fuel, so we won't get anywhere near them, I don't think, by the time that happens. But it's not going to be for lack of trying, that's for sure. Now bringing the time down. And then next 3 laps and we'll hand it over to Mr. Taylor to do his stint, and then we'll be back in to hopefully bring it home to the flag. .4 now, the gap ahead. It's coming down, slowly but surely.
We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end.
Thanks, spotter. I wouldn't have thought we would make it to the end on this tank of fuel, considering there's still 2 hours to go, but thanks for the information anyway. Oh, we're under 4 seconds now, catching them. This is also another part of the endurance racing element, where you're chasing a car ahead of you. You can see the gap coming down. The car ahead of you can see the gap coming down as well, and they start feeling a little bit of pressure. It's like, oh no, the guy behind's catching me. It's all part of that psychology of motor racing, which is quite fun to delve into. The absolute key is to keep a nice level head. Don't get too excited or nervous, and just keep hitting your marks. You've got to keep hitting your braking points, you've got to keep hitting those turn-in points, making sure you pick up that throttle just at the right time, not too much, and just let things come to you. If you've got a quick car underneath you, you've got a quick car underneath you and you can make it work, but you can't force it. So the moment you start thinking, well, I've got to go faster because the guy behind's catching me, you start overdriving the thing and you go off all over the place. So it's got to keep it to your level of where you're comfortable of driving, obviously at the absolute limit, but you've got to keep it comfortable at the same time. Rolf is breathing right in front of him. Yes, yes, Murray. You can see him breathing right behind him. Big understeer going into there. I was just too quick, so going to be pitting this lap, I think. Reboxing this lap, down or next?
This one.
Sorry, was that this one?
Yep, this one. This one.
So I'm going to pull into pit lane here. Not done a pit lane entrance, so this could go well.
Box.
Okay, here we go. Keep it over to the right hand side. Limiter on. Not too bad. Right, where's our pit guy? Can't see him. Oh, thank you. Did alright there.
Sounds like you're a good pace.
We're right at the end of the pit lane.
Oh, wait. It's that many we've looped over again.
Right. We'll hit the escape button. and get out. Oh, there we go, stint done.
Now we are right.
Yeah, so I want you to hit the pace car, because you're going to have to drive through him.
It's fine. Can deal with that.
Is there any damage to repair or not?
No.
Oh, nice.
Which is odd because the front's slightly crumpled.
It's obviously beyond repair.
Yeah, well, it is iRacing, isn't it? So it don't repair a lot.
So, although this next stage I'm not going to be driving, what we're going to try and do is just have a good look around and just show you the other side of sim racing, which is the spotting and the crew chief type side of things. So, although I'm not going to be making any changes to setups in this, what I can do is keep an eye out ahead of the cars in front of Dan and behind as well, give him an idea if anything is anyone's coming up fast behind him. So he's now out on track. Oh yeah, the front end does look a little bit damaged, but that's okay. Here comes the beautiful M4 with its big grille. Williams behind. It's Williams Racing, the esports team official. So they're running P15 according to their number board. Oh yeah, thanks, Dad. Yeah, it was okay. It was a reasonable stint. We did okay. Pulled some places back, which is the main thing. So let's bring up here. Got our relative on there, so we can see. We can still keep an eye on what's going on. So the guy behind is showing in red because he's supposedly a lap ahead of us, but maybe just because they haven't stopped yet. Well, I'm hoping that's what it is anyway. P32 though, so it's not too bad. Well, I say that we're dropping down to 34 now.
Leaders pitting now.
Yeah, so once things work its way through in terms of the pit cycle, we'll see where everyone stacks up. But
Car on the right.
car's looking reasonably good. It was quite nice to drive actually. Towards the end of the stint it started to feel a little bit better in terms of its stability. Either I just got more used to driving it on the throttle a little bit more carefully than I would normally do, for example. But just because the track temp's so high at like 48 degrees, it's not got an awful lot of grip out there. So let's jump on board with Dan. Let's find one of the other TV cameras to look at. Not that one. That's a pretty cool view, just seeing the cars going out the pit lane. Hopefully they don't come and nail us here. We'll go gyro cam. So we're on board here. That front end, do you like it? Initially no, I wasn't a fan. But I'm kind of growing to like it actually. I think it's not too bad. I think it's yeah, it's not too bad. I think race car wise, when you get a decent livery on it, it looks better. You can kind of hide it in a way. Well, that sounds awful. But on the road car, it's not so bad. I think it's possibly just accentuated on the GT3 car, which is because you got so much extra stuff stuck onto it. You got the wider arches, all the aero that's stuck on the car as well. So just tend to accentuate it. But I think it's all right. I know, yeah, it's a very controversial front end. There's a lot of people who aren't sold on it. But I remember when the one of the 7 Series came out. It was one of the first runs when they had the new designer on board. I can't remember his name now. And loads of people just absolutely hated it. Even the 3 Series, when they went from the E46. The E46 was a really nicely packaged looking car. And then they changed the E90, and even then a lot of people were like, oh, I don't really like that, it's not a great looking car. But now I look at an E90 and think, yeah, well, that's a really nice looking car. So maybe we'll look back on this generation of M4 and M3 and think, yeah, you know what, that's actually quite nice. Hopefully not just because the next generation of cars coming down the line are just that hideous, but hopefully it's because we kind of grow to like it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely a controversial one. It's it does look better on the race car, I think. But yeah, it's not too bad. Makes a good noise though. I'm glad they stuck with the 6-cylinder. I know it's turbocharged, it loses a little bit of its naturally aspirated raspiness, but at the same time it's good to have a 6-cylinder engine. Makes you think of Star Wars.
Bit more to go, Mr. Handover.
Copy that.
Okay, I'll let Dan know that he's doing right. We'll wait till he's on a comfortable straight rather than interrupting in mid-corner. Nice solid start to the stint, Dan. What do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to keep you informed on anything?
No, I'm not overly fussed at the minute.
Copy.
Tell him how amazing he is and how much of a pleb he is.
For the second part, because quite frankly, I can't even make a corner at the moment. It's terrible.
Yeah, the Sierra, yes. Jelly mould.
It's pretty more like just ready to
Hate this car, hate this track.
Sounds like a great combo.
Yeah.
Clear on the left.
He loves it really.
I like the track. Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, in regular trim, the Sierra wasn't much of a looker. Especially some of the front ends on the grill end didn't look particularly good, but definitely the RS 500 was yeah, next level, wasn't it? So good.
Yeah, we'll try some different ones next time.
It's alright, it's all about keeping it clean from here. We've survived the worst of it, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so.
So, guy behind us, half a second back. Let's just change this camera up because I'm pretty sure if we go gearbox mode, there's the guy that's chasing us. I seem to remember that was one of the really aggressive Ferraris. So we'll see if he keeps it clean on us. That would be nice. It's always quite a good view looking back from the car like this. You get a good example of how quickly cars close on you, or how quickly you pull away from cars behind you as well. Gives you a good example of how fast you're actually going as well. You don't tend to look at that when you're driving because you're focusing on other things, but when you're watching, the speed looks ridiculous. So just need Dan to keep it nice and steady here, not too worried if we go a little bit backwards or not. We'll see if we can try and pull some of that back in the final stint when people start to either tire or start making mistakes. So Ferrari is definitely one of the chosen cars around here by the looks of things. A lot of people running it, but we're not one for just going with the fastest car. We thought, you know, BMW is a fun car to drive, so we'll jump in that. Why not? So he's rather close. 0.3. He's being quite cautious though, so that's good. I said that. I think that view is too scary. I wonder if he's got a slowdown there. He's had to.
You taking new tyres, Gaz?
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
pulled out.
I would. Our front left was like 50.
I wonder whether he's going to slow down, because if you go over to the curb too much,
You've got one more after this.
it'll give you a slowdown penalty. Basically, you have to lift off the throttle and give some time back, because it's judged you of
I've got
going or corner cutting basically. So you have to give the time back.
Happily took a new floor.
So that's brought Daniel a bit of some time. We've got a second gap now.
Can I take new neighbours? Because mine's currently smoking weed and it absolutely stinks.
Oh, really? Nice. Smoking the devil's lettuce.
Yeah. Well, he sells it, so. he's
Back
gotta
in
smoke
gyro
it as
mode,
well,
so
Ah.
various views that we can
Any-
cycle through here.
Go away.
So here we go. Let's take a look at our BMW on track. So we've actually pulled
I'll tell you and the only viewer, these four, what you've been doing all day.
a little bit more time on the guy behind.
What's Benny been doing? Is it Warzone?
No.
Oh.
It's something disgusting, I can't tell you.
Is it? Yeah. Is it non-PG?
Oh, it can be PG, but don't embarrass him. Benny, we got taken out by that lap turn when you saw it.
So let's have a look on checking what the sister car's doing right now. Where are we? So we are
It's better than P53.
down here
I'll
showing a
give you
lap down somehow. So the blue team, let's have a look at them. Here they are. Oh no, it's pretty creased. What a mess. RS500, talking race cars, which livery? Okay, well you can't really look past the Eggenberger
Wasn't driving,
Texaco
Benny.
Sierra.
It wasn't Danny's
It's
fault either.
one of the favourites.
Right, box.
But other than that,
Yeah.
what other ones do I like?
Cut for speed.
See, the Bastos livery was quite nice as well.
Snipe from down.
Quite
yeah,
like that one.
Yeah, we did get sniped from down.
What's yours, Phil? What's your favourite livery?
Famous hackers. Hold on, mate. Not bad stint at all.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So they
That's
got
what
wing
you-
damage
Sorry
and
for. Got
all sorts
taken
going
out
on. So
by
that's
a
just a hand
top
over out of the
Ferrari.
car, and then Gareth's going to jump into it now. See what he can do with that car. And
That
they're
he can
currently
Repairs
5 laps down.
4.3 seconds.
Steve, hello.
Worst we've had.
Have you tried SimGrid with ACC? No, I haven't. I don't tend to race ACC very much, purely because it's just so computer hungry. And if I jump into a race with too many cars,
I
you
do
just can't hack it. So
Did the gaffer take out?
I haven't. But SimGrid, is that something similar to like Grid Finder, where you can kind of sign up for various races that are going out and trying to get clean racing going on? Is that the kind of story? But I do love ACC. I mean, I wish my computer could handle it better than it could. I mean, it's just such a power-hungry sim. But yeah, the sounds on it and the way the cars drive is very good. Do like it. There you go, pit stop done for car. Oh, they got car number 5. But it's our sister team.
Oh yeah, front is battered.
Yeah, have a quick look around. Yeah. She's good.
It's not just the front.
Right. Caution exit.
Oh yeah, a bit left hand down, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
I got a bit of steering damage
Clear.
going on. What we have got going actually is potentially in the future we might be on board with simracing GP. So we might be getting in there and hopefully organising some races through there so people can come and join us. That might be quite good. Yeah, Texaco all the way. It's got to be the one, isn't it, Phil? So yeah, so hopefully we can organise some more races for community, for you guys to come and join in with us, because that's always good fun to have members of the community on the races with us. That's been fun.
The hacks are. Mine's 43.
So
My wheel says 42, so it's definitely
let's jump back on with our car here and
Is that why everyone's buying Gomez wheels?
yeah.
there we go. So
Thrustmaster, that's the way they're forward in it at the minute with some of the streamers.
that Ferrari's still behind
They
us.
paid for it. Best thing since sliced bread.
So Danny's doing a good job of keeping behind him, 150.9, so the pace is pretty good. He's obviously getting used to the car a little bit more now. Clambering over the curbs. Pace is looking good, down to 50.9.
It's not bad of a height of a big load.
Weak on the brakes.
It's our GT3 brakes, isn't it? And if you just go slam straight on full whack, it just doesn't do it. It like tries to lock it up straight away, kicks in, and you're stuffed.
So we've got some Slower traffic ahead of us as well. Ferrari's trying to have a go then, but thought better of it, thankfully. It's been very patient with us this time. It must be a different driver to who we had at the start of the race, 'cause I'm pretty sure that one was super aggressive at the start. So let's go back and have a look at some lap times here. So, qualifying race, right. So what were we running? So early on, with high fuel and traffic and things obviously, so we're running in the 51s, or the 53s with avoiding people. Running mid-50s, couple of slower laps with traffic again probably, mid-50s again. Yeah, so reasonably consistent all the way through the run. Well, 3 in a row there, 150.7, so it's pretty good. Yeah, quickest of 150.1, obviously when the fuel burnt off we get a bit quicker. But obviously the tyres are not at their best at that point as well, so we're done to jump straight in and do 50.4, 50.7, so yeah, about the same kind of a pace, which is good. We're currently running in 37th, so we're almost halfway up the grid. I think 60 cars supposedly in the race. So, not last by any means. Okay, so next question for you guys in the chat then. So, we're racing GT cars here today, but what is your ultimate?
Oh no! You
Oh no! Ah,
open
just
your
got
eyes,
absolutely
you moron.
nailed.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
come
you
on.
park in the middle of the road.
Have you been hit or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got hit from behind. Car looks alright. Let's have a look at the back end. Clear that off there. It looks like we've escaped some damage, so should be okay.
Good.
There was a crash in front of us, and the guy behind me just didn't slow down for it and tried
So
to
it's-
drive through everyone.
Let's go have another
Oh.
look at that. Thankfully, you can
Right.
wind things back
Yeah.
and get a good idea of what's going on here. So let's have a look. let's go dissect this a little bit, shall we? So, a couple of BMWs here. Not exactly close. Let's see what happens here. Oh, right, okay. Straight away, alarm bells. So, watch for the brake lights on the BMW ahead here. There. So he's braking about a car length in front of that shadow in front of the bridge here. Watch where the green car brakes. So he's on the brakes midway through the bridge, so he's already braking a good 5 meters or so too far, and then nowhere to go, and just nudges the back end of it, and then proceeds to just park it in the way. Engages reverse. Okay, let's go this way. Mercedes that comes into it. Nowhere to go. Runs around that side. And poor Dan did all he could to get out of the way there. But what was the Ferrari doing? Let's go see what he thought of that. Let's do a little bit of investigative work there. So here's our Ferrari then. Let's go back. Let's see his viewpoint and just see how he would have approached this. So here, okay, first thing you would have noticed, if you're keeping your vision open, you would have noticed that there's something not quite right over here. And then even here you're thinking, okay, let's just be a little bit more cautious here. Let's try and get through this. We've seen what's happened early on in the race, and he's just running too hot, and then there's nowhere to go except into the side of our car. Oh well, that's okay. Thankfully, it looks like we've escaped any kind of damage, and we're still running. So that's the main thing. We're still in this. It's going to go on TV3. Let's have a look from here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Whoa, it's all getting tight again. So that's the car behind us that's was taken out just ahead of us, so he's trying to recover.
How's the car feeling,
So-
guys?
At this point he's probably
Well,
got a bit of
yeah.
red mist going on.
Hey,
It's not just me then.
Yeah, otherwise it feels alright.
Let's get our relative back up here. Oh, we've got another Rose in the room. Ben Rose. Car ahead of us. It's cool.
Well, that time do I need to get into the 50s, or was that later on in the stint?
Yeah, later in the stint, about halfway through, it starts to like. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was struggling. I was struggling 50s all stint, to be honest.
So what we can also do here, let's
Like a low 51 after
So
about
the car
halfway
ahead of
starts
us-
to become a bit more
that
consistent.
Mercedes. What kind of lap times is he currently doing?
Too
Oh no, it's not that one. It's Ben Rose. So what's his lap
So
times?
my
He's doing
delta on my wheel is
51s.
gives me delta of your
51s all the way there. So we are quicker, so we should be able to get through there.
I'll have a look.
So.
We have got the other car right behind us as well, so Dan's got to be careful of how he approaches
Yeah,
this as to whether he
50.4. That was with the toe though.
whether
so
he attacks
yeah.
and then loses out, or whether
I
he
was looking at my wheel, but it's giving
waits
me
for
delta of
the
that
right
again.
moment.
I've not done a 50.4.
That's a pretty. Yeah, that was with the toe. I'm looking at my laps and they're pretty much
So
all in the 51s, low 51s, about towards the end.
Okay, but 51, so anything 51.
So is this BMW going to try and make a move into turn one then? You had to think about it, but not quite.
It's a shame the car doesn't feel that bad at all.
So the car feels pretty balanced.
Yeah,
It's just
even with a bit of left hand down.
yeah, it's just slow.
So guys behind us then, where are they? So is the other BMW behind us, so that's for position. Next one's just coming through Curva Grande there, so we're all pretty much in
Definitely some sort of floor damage.
order here, so yeah, all the next cars up the road are all for position, so we're still in this.
Not sure if P51's disappeared.
Dan's all over the back of him. Here we go. Should get a decent
Stay on the left.
run down here.
I'll have a look.
Keep to the left.
We're alongside.
Keep to the left. Clear.
Oh, he's backed out of it. Must have lost a bit of top end speed. There you go again, Dan.
it's so slow in the
Left
corners.
side. Keep to the right.
Zero wings, you can't get past him.
Still left.
It's a problem with all these setups, isn't it? Anything GT.
Stay
There
on
we
the
go.
right.
Nicely on the inside. Run him out. There we go.
Clear.
Nicely done. The other BMW's going to try and sneak through as well.
Car on the right.
We're going to go 3 wide, are we?
Stay on the
Really?
left.
Let's just hide our relative so we can get a good view of this.
Line.
Full grandstand mode.
Still left.
So car on the inside. BMW's got through, so 1 step forward, 1 step back.
I did back out because you missed the corner.
Sorry, well done for keeping that clean. That could have gone very wrong.
What, his language or the incident?
Both really, or works.
Love it.
You've got the measure of him though, Dan, so it's just opportunism by him to get through, I think, so we should be able to get back him. I couldn't get much closer than that. Bump drafting down the straights at Monza. Looks like some of these BMWs have done far too much bump drafting. trying to break the toe down the straight. Anyway, so before we had our accident, we were talking about cars, so let's have a think then. So, what's your favourite era of motorsport? So, if we can choose decades, let's go. So, 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s, 50s, 40s, whatever you want to go with. What's your favourite era of motorsport, and why? I'll start us off. So I'm going to say
what's
that.
like up on your screen when the yellow flag comes.
So I think one of my favourite eras of
like
motorsport is
Bloody
probably
Christmas tree.
It's amazing.
the 60s, only because in that era, some of the, in my
Right,
opinion,
By the time iRacing gives
the
you a yellow
greatest
flag,
touring
it's too
cars.
You've already
So
hit the
we
car.
late. Yeah.
Of the Cortina, the Mustang, the
There's only a
Mini,
little flag in the corner of the screen, but the wheel it's
Ford Galaxy, all that kind of stuff. But
Blind
all
you.
the cars running on old cross-ply and yeah, so good. All the cars just moving
V12
around
that went
underneath you, and yeah, it's a really cool era of motorsport. Obviously, there was incredible danger involved, but just for the cars itself, I think I really enjoy the 60s. But then the 80s have got a strong case as well.
Clear on the left.
Oh, just about squeezed him off there. It's going to compromise our run down the back straight. Hopefully that Merc doesn't get back involved. Lotus Cortinas, yeah, you just can't look past the Lotus Cortina. That is so good. They just look really nice in terms of the overall look of the car. It's just the sound from the twin cam engine, the sideways action through the corners. It's just perfection for me.
Left side.
Ooh, Dan's gonna go for it. Go.
To the right.
Just about managed to stay off him. Yeah, Dan's definitely got the measure of him. We just need to get that opportunity and we can get back through. Oh, he's going to go for a lunge into the second chicane. Oh, not quite far enough up. He's giving me a good go, that's for sure. Giving him a flash. Flash the headlights to let him know he's here. So yeah, so the 80s then, let's go in order, let's go 70s. So what cars and things have we got in the 70s which are really, really cool? So first of all, oh yeah, wheel lift, yeah, all about the wheel lift, love a car that lifts the inside wheel. So we've got the likes of the BMW Batmobile, the E21, which is a fabulous thing. What else have we got from the 70s? So thinking F1, we have the Lotus 72, obviously, in JPS colours. Other amazing things we have in the 70s. What else we
Yeah,
got?
let's loose a bit on the
Obviously,
exit.
six-wheel Tyrrell,
Yeah,
bit of
I'll
engineering.
push it totally there.
A Brabham BT46, I think, which we tested on.
Once the tyre stops
Automobilista
scrubbing in,
2.
it handles a bit better.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, you can feel it a little bit now.
Rally car wise, 70s, what do we have in there?
Good pace there, mate. Keep going.
Probably,
It's not bad.
is that the year of the Mark II Escort? I don't quite think it. My memory serves me quite right there. Very successful car, Mark 1 and 2. So every generation of motorsport has got its hero cars, but I just fear that when you look at, say, the 2010s, there any cars that really stand out? I don't know. Not in the same way, I don't think. It's odd, isn't it? It's a tough one. Grew up in the 80s and 90s, so was brought up on watching touring cars, rallycross and Group B, yeah. As you know, love special saloons from the late 70s, early 80s. Yes, special saloons are really cool. Yeah, we
Right side.
did enjoy watching those at Mallory Park that time, didn't we, Phil? The Carlton Thunder Saloon and the Manta. There's
She started to
some
get
good
out
cars. Home build creations, just pure madness.
The guy in front of me blocked the hell out of me to the point I've got to slow down, and the guy behind's just passed me again. With
Yeah,
zero
Audi Quattro is a good one as well.
Get back on his tail.
clearly quicker than both of them.
Yeah, you're definitely being held up by him. It's one of those things, but we'll get him. Yeah, and the Audi Quattro as well, for the sound of that thing, the 5-cylinder. It's just, yeah, so
Right,
nice.
I need to quickly drop the missus is going out, so I need to drop her off quick.
Yep.
I'll be back. Guys, thinking about it, looking at the times, with how long we're going to have left, if you want to finish up. You want to finish off?
I don't mind. No, it depends if my arm holds up. That's the only problem, mate.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, no worries. Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll come back and then I'll go back and we'll see.
Yeah, I can already feel it now.
That's right. No worries.
So,
How long you got left in the stint? 40.
I got 20
Cheers,
laps.
an hour and a half left in the race. We're already halfway through.
Okay, awesome. Right,
Which
I
is,
will be back in a bit.
Okay.
Flying by.
Alright.
To the bit.
Currently sitting P39. What's our fuel situation like? We've got 15 laps to go. So if we're running 150s, it's nearly 2 minutes a lap. So it's almost about 30 minutes left in Dan's stint. So it'll probably work out just about right for an hour each stint. Kind of close though. Big stream of cars down the penultimate straight. So let's have a look then. Let's check out Dan's lap time. So he's okay. So that's been good. We've been released with that Merc. Race cars of wood are the best. Yeah, in the special saloons. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of wood used in those. So there you go, 50.5 that last lap for Dan. So he's going along quite nicely. Let's check out the car ahead. What was his time? A 50.3, so it's a little bit quicker that time around.
I had the feeling there'd been a sitting duck to everyone.
So I'm making just a measure. Let's see what he's dealing with here. Fighting the car through there, it's clearly not handling particularly well. It's one very battered motor car, unfortunately. It's a good shot with them going under the bridge. So we are a lap down now, even though I don't remember seeing the leaders going past us, so they must have just done that in the pits. But Dan's got some clear space around him now, so hopefully we can settle in and get some decent lap times in. Let's have a look, see what he's doing this time around. Now he's got that Mercedes out of the way, we might be able to put some good laps in. Okay, 51.2, that's fine. Funky, welcome along. Don't worry, you're not late. You're exactly on time for when you arrived. Though you didn't like Monza, Phil. Yeah. I'm not a fan, but yeah, that's where the GTs are this week, and we've teamed up with a few other friends to run some endurance racing. So it just happens to be at Monza this week. So it works okay for endurance racing when people behave, but unfortunately, not many people behaved at the start of this one, so it was a little bit mad. But it's good to have you on board anyway. We're just currently sitting and watching our teammate driver, Daniel Taylor's, on his stint in the middle, and we're going to be jumping in again for the final hour of the race. So we started the race off. We started in P36. We're in top split of iRacing's Endurance Series, so we've got some big names in here. We've got the Williams Esports team in here, F1 Williams team. But we've not had too much practice in the car either, so we've kind of just jumped in and gone for it. So
bit off course.
So yeah, we're doing okay considering the situation, the fact that we haven't really done many laps around here. So it's all good. So we've managed to fight our way back up to 36th. I think we were down as far as high 40s, I think, at the start of the race after all the chaos, but
Roughly, yeah.
we picked them off one by one, and we've come back up to where we started. So I think aim here is to we'll try and sneak a top 30 if we can. Hopefully there'll be some more dramas unfolding as we go, but for the time being we're sitting middle 30s, so hopefully we can increase it from there. Let's go back on board with Dan for a lap of Monza when we get back around. What's our fuel looking like here? So 12 laps to go, and we have pretty much 24 minutes until the end of this second hour. Yeah, so we're pretty much on what we're expecting. So yeah, it's working out about an hour's stint each, so it kind of works out quite well with the fuel limits that they have in iRacing for these endurance events. So we'll have to see whether we need to save any fuel or not. But if we, by the time Dan comes into the pits after the end of his stint, whether we've got less than an hour to go, we should be able to just go completely flat out to the end. So I don't particularly want to be doing any fuel saving if I can avoid it. Just want to go as fast as we can. Okay, so let's jump on board with Dan for a lap of the Autodromo di Monza. Turn all that off. So here we go then.
Under the rear wing of these cars with attempts at just pulling away.
Up and over the line we go. Down to turn 1, so breaking point for turn 1 is just before the 150 board. All the way down through the gearbox to first gear. Taking a fair amount of curb on the inside. If you don't want to touch too much of that one on the left, straighten the car up as early as you can so you can get on the power and feed it in gently through there, because it's quite easy to spin the wheels up as you come out of there. Curva Grande, non-corner in effect, it's just flat out through here, especially with all the aero these GT3 cars produce. Second chicane, braking just before the bridge, all the way down to second gear, loads of curb on the inside, plenty on the outside as well, and just kind of manage the bumps. It's quite bumpy on the exit there, so you've got to keep it nice and tidy out of there. Lesmo 1, reasonably late turn in, keep it smooth, can't run off too wide on the left hand side, a bit of oversteer midway through there. Lesmo 2, really got to maximise this one to get your run down the straight. If you hit too much of the curb on the inside, it'll unsettle it too much and you'll have to get off the throttle again. Big old run down here underneath the old oval banking once again, down to very anti-Ascari, again braking just where the bridge is, down to third. Use a bit more curb on the inside there, and just kind of balance the throttle through there on the right. Big amount of curb on the exits, keep it flat out. And then down towards the Parabolica.
Middle second, yeah, I'm crawling back now. Oh, no,
Looking
right,
for our
straight.
braking point,
Right,
which is on
yeah.
the left hand side here, the 100 board. Down to third gear, Get it tucked in nice and early, and then start to unwind the lock as early as you dare, using a fair amount of the runoff on the outside there, and that's a lap of Monza. It's quite a basic track in essence. There's not much to it, but it is incredibly difficult to be fast and consistent around here, because with so many braking points and all the curbs and things which come into effect, it's very difficult to try and keep it as consistent as possible, but also extract the maximum amount of speed out of the car, because if you hit one of those curves just ever so slightly wrong and it bounces you just half a metre too far, it just completely ruins your line through the next part of the chicane or the next corner, or ruins your run of speed onto the straights, and that can have a massive difference. So most important corners on the circuit is Lesmo 2, which we're coming up to very shortly, because of the run down that big old long middle straight. The Scari is important as well, because again you've got another long straight after it, and the Parabolica as well. Those are the three most important corners on the track, but probably one of the main corners where you can make or lose quite a lot of time is actually the first chicane. It's very easy to overdo it going into there, so it's easy to get into the mindset of attacking that first corner, the right hand section of the chicane, and just absolutely mashing the curb on the inside, taking loads of speed in, but all of a sudden you've got to get the car slowed down and turned in for the left hander, and then you obviously try and get a run out of there around Curva Grande. So if you can be patient through there, that's where it really pays off, because you've got to be able to slow the car down, but not leaving your braking too early and just missing out on all that speed you've been carrying down the front straight. But you also don't want to be taking too much speed into that first corner to then wash you out. So you've got to make sure you get yourself slowed down enough so that when you do get to turn 1, you can keep the car over to the right hand side and really maximise your exit through the second part of the chicane, and then all the way around the corner at Curva Grande. So easy to lose a lot of time there, and make a lot of time on a good lap as well. So we'll see how Dan takes it here. So nice and patient. Yeah, not too bad through there that time. This second chicane is probably one of the most frustrating corners on the lap as well, because you really got to use the curbs, but if you just catch them wrong, as I said, you just you can't go back. So loads of curb on the inside. So we are catching up with the BMW ahead of us here now, so let's see, what's the gap? 1.4 seconds, so yeah, we're pulling him in. Dan's doing some good consistent laps by the looks of things. What are we running here? Yeah, comfortably 150 mids for the last 4 laps, so yeah, pulling some nice consistent lap times there. 9 to go. I'll give Dan some warning when he's 5 laps away from pit stops. But Dan's one of those drivers who tends to just kind of like being left alone, so some drivers like to be told everything, lap times of the guys behind, lap times of the guys ahead, where they're making up time, etc. Dan just gets in and just gets on with it, so he doesn't need too much in the way of conversation, but I'll give him the info where he needs it.
Did twice, Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, but didn't succeed, I'm afraid.
So gaps come down to 1.2 seconds at the end of that lap. Should be getting a nice draft off that big BMW in front of us. So before you arrived, Funky, we were talking about favourite eras of motorsport. So what's your favourite era? So we're going to go in decades. So 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 60s, 50s, 40s, even 20s if you wanted to.
Ahead in 12 and 13.
But what's your
It took me
favourite?
ages getting the silver 3 seconds ahead. Not exactly wrong in a way, it's weird.
So we've made a couple of spots actually, up to P34 currently, it says.
Really not that quick, but I got lucky when the pack split up.
Yeah. stint, probably.
So we made a couple of spots back up to 34. Must be the pit stops working through.
Yeah, there's been a few pit.
So we're being shown a blue flag currently because we have 5th and 6th place cars behind us. So let's take a look at those. Oh,
Yeah, they won X.
no we can't because they've already gone through. There he goes. Hanging on to the front suspension, or front corner of our BMW. It's got a good view down to turn 1. Nice shiny chrome paint job on the other BMW ahead of us. Currently looking at the heat shielding around the exhaust, which comes out the side of the car here.
Oh, now I've got the front car behind me, and I'm flashing like mad.
It's crackling on the overrun.
Position of the frogs in.
14th.
It is a good view from down here. Get to check out how many millimetres Dan's leaving left on the track. Not many at that point. So are we maximising our entrance into the second chicane? I'd say. Probably 90s. Watched a lot of F1 then and British touring cars. Yeah, the 90s were good for British touring cars with the super touring era. So yeah, lots of good touring cars in the 90s. F1 cars, early 90s, and all the way through to the end of the 90s. How much the F1 cars changed from there as well. A big difference. Okay, so let's detach ourselves from the right front for a moment, because that BMW that's got past us has just brought this other one straight back into our hands here, so let's see if we can
Hey guys,
make the most of this.
hey, how's it going?
Yeah, we're doing alright, mate. We're alive.
Stuff. Just a quick one. Me and the missus we haven't left yet, but because I don't know how long we're going to be. How long do you reckon before you're in the car? Well, before you're out of the car?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, Funky's having problems with his shift key and his one. That's alright, we know what you meant. Okay, so next question then. So we talked about 90s British touring cars. So
You know, if I have to stay, then I'll stay.
favourite super tourer.
You sure?
I'm going to go Volvo
That's fine, mate,
S40.
Sorry, I'll be back as soon as I can. Even if we come in the pits, another stop, I'll do the last bit if your arm's doing it.
Volvo S40
Right.
is definitely one of
Cheers,
my
mate. I
favourites.
appreciate I'll be back as soon as.
No worries, mate.
Cheers.
Okay, quick fuel check here. 6 to go. A half-second gap to the car ahead. Oops, someone's off in the
Ford.
gravel. Ford's gone.
No. I think.
There's a spot for us.
Hope he's dead.
No, he's just in the gravel.
No, just making sandcastles.
Oh, beautiful.
Just gonna sit here, I think, Phil, because I can go an extra lap by sitting and waiting on him.
Okay, if you feel that's the go for it.
Well, it's that, or we battle again and slow each other up.
Yeah, just run with them. Stay in the slipstream, just save some fuel. We should be okay fuel-wise. I think we're on course for pretty much an hour every stint. So we've got 6 to go in 12 minutes. So yeah, it's working out pretty much right. I mean, obviously we've got a slower lap when we actually do pit as well. So that should take us comfortably under the hour mark. Super GT has some real interesting cars. Yeah, it does. I like the Honda HSV. Was really cool. I like that one. But then
Pretty
yeah,
sure the
old
guy that
school
threw
Super
the ball was
GT.
just the guy that was in the gravel.
Got the
Really.
got the NSX and the Supra and
Put him in the gravel.
yeah.
And then put him out of the gravel again.
Used to drive the Laguna in Toka 1 and 2, so follow that car whoever's driving. Oh, okay.
Hard to tell because there was a guy with cars on foot.
Yeah, Laguna was quite a successful car in touring cars, wasn't it? Just a menu at the wheel.
Oh, this hurts. Bet 2k for the drivers, it's ridiculous.
So you can see there's a little bit of
Nice.
build up coming up on the outside of the corners now with some rubber crumb, which is cool.
Mine next week.
I'll give Dan the 5-minute signal, or the 5-lap signal as soon as we tick over. So Dan's a bit of an endurance racing person. He's all into this fuel saving malarkey and things, so we'll probably do some lifting and coasting to save as much fuel as possible. There you go. Just a little bit of that. Just coming off the throttle just a little bit earlier and just coasting to the braking point.
He's driving an Audi round. It says
Yeah. In one of them Audi's OP cars, so I drive it everywhere.
yeah.
So 5 laps to go, Dan.
Get up the log. P50 off.
Big old
Yeah, you
lift
got
into
it
turn
on
1.
track.
Just trying to be a little bit clever with how we play things here by the looks of things. So 9 minutes to go until we reach 1 hour remaining.
Oh, my arm is killing me.
It's very unusual having a chance to just sit here and just watch. So used to just doing all the driving, but get to watch someone else do it for a change. But it's not always the most easy thing to do, because you're just like, you want to be in the car and always get close like that. You think one move and we'll be out. How many cars are start and how many are left? So we started with 60, with various shenanigans at turn 1, including cars reversing, turning around in the middle of the track and all sorts. It was just M6 car park. So looks like 4 of them didn't even take the start by the looks of things, because they haven't even turned a lap. But yeah, a couple of cars a long way down, 59, 39 laps back.
Oh, and off track.
But
No.
quite a few cars 2 or more laps back, and we're only
This Audi.
1 lap down on the leaders, so it's not too bad
7%.
really.
Grab's gone for me.
But good thing is we've made up some places from our
Get
starting
yourself
position.
all
That's
the
the
brakes.
main thing.
Oh, he's jumping good. Thanks.
Super touring vote. Primera, yeah, no, the Primera is nice. It is nice. I do like a P11 actually. A P11 Primera is really cool. Especially the road going version. The GTs are quite nice. Drove a Primera actually over in New Zealand when we were looking for a car over there. Had a really nice gearbox. I was really impressed with the gearbox on that. Really smooth. Manual gearbox. Most cars in New Zealand are automatic, but this one was actually a manual, so made that my stipulation for buying a car when I was in New Zealand. I was determined to get myself a manual, which we did, but yeah, unfortunately there's not much picking going on in terms of cars for manual gearboxes over there. Really is just trying to save as much fuel as possible here. Let's try and see if we can extend our stint by another lap. So we've got 3.5 laps worth of fuel left in the car.
Car on the right.
So if the opportunity is going to present itself, looks like Dan's going to go for it.
Clear on the right.
This might be close actually. So we've got.
Car on the left.
Looks like Dan's had enough for fuel saving.
Stay on the right. To the right.
Oh, that's a late move. But we got it done.
It's like that, is it?
No. Oh, wow. Okay. Clearly.
Play with the elbows out.
Let's have to extend our elbows even further.
Car on the right.
It's descended.
Clear.
Oh dear, I missed
Oh,
the apex.
what a shame.
What have we done? Force him back off.
No, it was clean, never touched him.
It was beautiful. Yep, absolutely spot on.
Right up the inside of somebody into turn 1,
Let's go watch that
Yeah.
again.
and he left it on the apex on the second part of it and turned out into me.
Hitting now.
Bashed
There we
doors.
go.
I left him loads of space.
Yeah,
So I
just
sent it
touch
in
the
the
rear
second
end there.
chicane, missed the apex slightly and forced him wide.
You gotta slow down.
Hitting now.
So here we go. Let's watch this move back again. This came from a fair distance back. There was no contesting that one. Nice move, right. 2 laps to go. Two laps to go and 4 minutes 50-ish. So it might be a little marginal actually when it comes to fuel on this. So we'll have to see how we go. Might have to be a little bit careful on how much fuel we use. Hopefully we can sit in behind someone to save some.
Car off at Parabolica. You idiots, come take my line. TK Club.
Okay, let's see what happens on this lap. See how much fuel we're going to use, because if it's going to dip below a lap, we're going to have to box this lap, but it might be alright. It's going to be touch and go actually as to how much fuel we have left over. Okay, 1.3 left reboxing this lap. Or do you reckon we can extend that out?
A bit tight if I do.
Play safe.
Yeah, we're at 1.1 now, so yeah, I'd box this lap.
Measures it to the line as well, and we're at the end of the pit lane, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Dan. Good stunt.
Not for that little spin, we'd be miles over.
No, that's alright, that couldn't be helped, you know. Got almost put on our roof, so did well to get back.
Oh yeah, we were looking still a bit more wheels to be fair. 20 seconds of optionals, but the car feels fine.
Do most of that tyres.
Okay,
At
here
least
we
10
go.
seconds.
We're in for the final
Giving
run.
you quite a straight run out the pits as well, to be fair.
I did notice that, thanks for that.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah.
It does help when, because I mean, we are literally against the pit wall at the end.
Yeah, there's not a great deal of space there, is there?
No.
Do you want to take the optionals, or are you just going to go for it?
If I was you, I'd just, while the tyres are on, take them as soon as it drops, go.
Yeah.
The car felt fine.
Oh, it's ticking down now anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, I'll do 10 seconds, I think, at least.
I have to drive through the pace car again here. Hopefully you don't get black flag for this, but Pit lane speed limiter is on. Not anymore. Okay, so what have we got? We've got a guy 1.2 seconds behind.
Same car behind, different driver.
Okay.
He was in first like you were.
Car in front of you is the position. Keep going.
Maybe slightly quicker than him on average.
Car in front of you is the position.
So we're just going to let our tyres get up to temperature a bit here.
Keep going.
It doesn't feel too bad already, so we can push a little bit.
You're racing the car in front.
Spotter's having a moment. I know I'm racing the car ahead, that's okay. I got that information, thank you.
Might need to save a couple of laps to get to the end as well. A lap, sorry, to get to the end.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
Got an hour left.
Leaders pitting now.
Ooh, hello. What was I saying about grip?
I think if only I'd done that one more, it would have been easy.
Just gotta remember we're back on full fuel as well, so longer braking distances and a bit more sluggish off the corner as well, so gotta remember that. It's the line through turn 1. The guy behind's pretty quick straight off the box, so we'll see how we go.
God, it was an instant at the pit entry then.
Yes, he's right on our case,
Yeah,
0.3
now
behind.
Like, oh, dead. What the heck? He's just towed, I think. No, he's back. He's still... Is he in his pit box or not?
This guy's going to get aggressive with us by the looks of it. So I might let him go and we'll save some fuel behind him. We'll get him back later.
Still there. Clear on the right.
Oh my god.
Just going to save some fuel.
If you need to save some super fuel.
There's somebody sideways in a pit box.
Yeah, have a look. Wind it back and just see what happens.
We've just gone past you.
Just going to
Still
speed down the throttle a
sideways.
little bit.
Yeah, you see it in service sideways.
These wheels didn't really go anywhere. If it got hit on the way in or something happened on the way in.
Hopefully we can repay the favour on this car ahead of us as we get towards the end of the race.
God, the leading team is fuel safe for a long time.
It's a nice benefit of having the draft and being able to keep up with the car ahead of us. Doesn't help when you get a little bit sideways in the middle of a scurry though. Just a bit of time there. Key in this stage is to not get too fixated with the car ahead of you. So it's very easy to just focus on that car and not the track. So you almost got to look past him as far as you possibly can into the distance just to keep yourself smooth. Gaining on another car ahead of us as well, so it could get feisty. Oh, has he had a slow down there? He's come right back towards us again. Oops, there's a bit too much of a cut on the curb on the inside. Okay, the way things worked out with the positions towards the end of that last stint, hopefully we'll be able to get back up towards the top 30. I think we're 32nd by the time the pit stop came around, so ooh, bye bye.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That's why you got to keep going, keep pushing. Never
Obviously
know
you
what
don't
might
wanna be
happen.
in front of you either.
No, that was obviously tactical.
Yeah.
Right side.
Really?
Maybe not.
Clear.
So you missed the trick there. You should have given him the old bump like you did to us.
Yeah, probably should have done, shouldn't I? I mean, how far back did he come from then? That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Save off him.
All because he got mad by going off at the exit.
Because he did himself in. Just keep going, sit in behind him, make him push. If he's going to make silly mistakes like that, that'll be long before he kills himself.
Exactly. Saves some fuel, go to the end.
That's it. If he's going to go flat out, we could save to the end. I think we were in the 20s, I think, when we pitted, weren't we? 28, 29, something like that.
Yeah, low 30s, I think.
Go to the end.
Entirely on the curbs. Yeah, he could be watching me.
30s plus anybody that can't save that little bit extra.
I don't know, it's just it's a bit desperate going in the inside at turn 1. Very desperate.
Guys behind me in 20, 21st, 22nd, can't even catch up to me.
guys in front of us, but we've just been a bit unlucky.
Too much curb. It's starting to get away from us a little bit here. We need to try and close this back up if we can.
8k. Anything these days, is it? Sod all. Means he's got an account. Oh, he's dead.
So 37th place is coming back towards us. He was over 4 seconds, he's now 3.8, so it's not over yet. Yeah, 50.7, need to try and bring that time down a little bit. Yeah, the two guys ahead of this BMW are squabbling, so they're going to be coming back towards us very soon. And maybe the BMW might get tangled up in it a little bit. See how aggressive he is. There's a better run through Lesmo 1 and 2 that time round. A little bit neater. Keeping the gap level, so 1.5 to Ludovic in front. Yeah, 50.6, time's coming down a little bit. They're coming back to us. They're getting closer. Much better through there that time. So it's this point where the BMW ahead, his progress is going to be stalled a little bit unless he gets by them really quickly, so should bring him right back to us and we can hopefully latch onto the rear end again. So I reckon with the how aggressive the BMW ahead is, he's probably going to send one up the inside into turn 1. Here he goes. Let's see what happens here. He might be able to pick up some pieces. And all of a sudden, we have an Audi in front of us.
Streamlabs is knackered.
And with the Audis all over the place.
We are badly damaged.
Car on the left.
This isn't really an overtaking spot, but if we take the opportunity.
Clear.
Nice move, Phil.
Gotta take those opportunities when they come.
Yeah, it's rear side pun. We haven't got a straight panel left on our car mat. Yeah, it's knackered.
No, guys, the mute button when you're talking to your chat's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I've not labelled it up. You're fine. I don't have many people in my chat anyway, so.
Okay. We've got a Ferrari ahead of us now.
Yeah, sound man. Sound.
So what have we got? 2 seconds ahead. Oh, he's fighting back against the BM.
Sounds like I've got not enough buttons on my steering wheel either.
There's a few cars ahead which are coming back towards
I
us.
know, right?
Did you do it in your Discord or is it on your Streamlabs?
What? Let you mute?
Yeah.
Just set a button on your wheel to mute yourself from Discord.
Ah.
Then you can still talk to them, but not us.
I'll talk to you guys.
Yeah, but we're not talking to your chat, though.
You don't want to talk to my chat because they're more important than you. That's something bad actually. Come on, Williams.
So we are gaining on them. Because they're squabbling a little bit.
Ask him how his Indy went.
Matt, how did your Indy go? We're leading apparently. I heard off Danny.
Okay, let's see if we can catch this Ferrari. Oh, that's a lot of curb.
Big F he's put down.
Oh dear.
I just big F down, slow down. Was leading from lap 2 to like 120.
So we're hovering around the 2-second mark, but
Oh my god.
he also has the terror of the car ahead, which is helping him. We don't quite have it yet.
Where's it with oval racing? Leading to lap
Tracks the best of people.
Then gotta stop and go entering the pits of the yellow for passing the pace car. Oh no. That's a big F. Do you know what Daytona was?
So we're just about pulling away. We've got another quick guy coming through behind us as well here, so we'll keep an eye out for him.
Then got disqualified for not serving it in 3 laps, even though the spotter didn't tell me how to. Oh no. That's bad. I feel for you, Matt, mate. Feel for you. Just need to do this, it's even better. Oh, hang on. Wait, no, it's not.
There's another one tomorrow. Go again.
Okay, let's all calm down a little bit here.
He had a 4-second lead as well at one point.
Ooh, big rip for him.
Not you, Matt. Never start flipping. Just doing what I'm doing a minute.
Struggling.
Yeah, COVID off.
Looking flabbed over.
Yeah.
We're getting
Wasn't
away
too
again.
bad, eh? Yeah,
So
good
that's
job,
50.4 that
Next
time
team
round.
like today is aging like mad.
Not too bad lap time wise, they're just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I had the job, mate. Wednesday was.
Wednesday and you've still got COVID arm. Mine was gone by Thursday and I had mine on Tuesday.
My mate at work, he literally had flu symptoms. He was stuck in bed for nearly a week.
What?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, when I had my arm, I had a bad arm on that side anyway. That's why I had it in there to see if it fixed it somehow. But yeah, it's work. And yeah.
That's where this lap car is going to get us. We try not to hold them up too much, but
It was aching a
don't
bit
want to
today,
lose
but
out through
obviously
here.
Jumping on this on a direct drive wheel is going to make it feel twice as bad.
Yep.
So we're going to
Especially
let him
if
go
you're
through
facing
the
a straight
Ascari,
line,
hopefully.
corners. Actually, the corners aren't bad.
Car on the left. To the right. Clear.
My Indy's split at 19 cautions.
Didn't make that
Yours,
easy.
Dan?
So I'd
19
lift off just to give him an
cautions.
extra chance to get through, but didn't quite clear him in time.
19 cautions before lap 50, I think.
This place should be red flagged after turn 1.
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy will get past into turn 1, so it should be a bit easier for him. Okay, he's going to go that way, fine. Yeah, because that's the preferred way to get past someone.
Daytona all over again.
Clear.
Yeah. Daytona was good fun though.
Right, let's try and tag on to the back of these guys and see if we can get pulled along,
Full and dragging this. Come on.
but also get away past the cars ahead as well, hopefully. So this Ferrari's pulling out the way, so that's going to bring him right back towards us.
Why does it say I've got to refuel 3.2 litres? Was it?
So that gap, which was 2 seconds, is now only 0.7, all because of traffic.
That needs to blue box it when it says refuel, doesn't it? Mine says refuel 3.2.
Now it's even less, 0.4.
Yeah, is it the blue one?
Definitely losing out a lot of straight line speed. He's not
Third column,
really helping us.
second row, whatever colour that is.
Blue.
Yeah.
It says refuel 3.2. I thought you'd
You're not going to make it to the end then, are you?
Is that flipping damage dragging all this?
How's our fuel looking, Dan?
Wet?
Yeah.
We've got 19 laps of fuel.
I got 21.
21 laps left.
Oh,
I got, it says 21 on
okay.
mine. The fuel left.
You're well down though, aren't you? You're miles down on laps, so you might be alright.
Right, flat out. Well,
We might need another lap, Phil.
Okay.
Says they're going to do 98 laps.
mine laps in race 97.14.
Yeah, well that's 98 in it. We're a
Yeah.
lap down, says 97.
Yeah, true. Next.
Uh,
Next VRS is Kota.
ugh, yeah, I'll pass.
Pass, pass, pass.
So we have to try and save some fuel here, I think. Just a
We've
little
missed
bit.
Spa to do this though, haven't we?
Yeah, well, 6 hours is a long time, isn't it?
These were your fanny arms.
Yeah, exactly. That coach is dead, Matt. I wouldn't bother.
Just got to hope that some of these other
Large
cars
ball.
are not going to make it on fuel as well, so...
Yeah, give it a miss. Definitely.
Just try and shift a little bit early as well.
Last one's Spa, they go down to Spa GT3.
Be alright.
Yeah. Audi. You can't, unless the Mac is going to be good there. We'll soon see the week before it. Or the same week even.
Good thing is we're not losing too much time to the car ahead, even though we are lifting going into these corners.
In the week before that, hosted Le Mans, weren't it?
Yeah. It's Le Mans.
When's that?
The 15th of June, maybe? No, 25th.
25th?
I think so.
No, it's not the 25th. That's a Friday.
12th.
12th. It's a Saturday.
There you go, I think it's so then.
3 weeks. So. Loads of time.
Yeah. So you got 5
Slide.
cars.
Slack it off for another 2 weeks before I start practicing that.
Alright, let's see. We need to eke this fuel out as best as we can.
Should the BM manage to be good at Spa?
A short shift through the end of the Ascari.
NASCAR event next weekend. Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. They go down. What cars are they, Matt? Old school, aren't they?
No, they're the big ones, the new one. They're the class A ones.
Cup car, he says.
Yeah, the Cup car.
Christ.
This is that Mercedes that had
You'll have
issues
a
earlier on.
Xfinity car, will you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's the next one up from the Xfinity car. It's the proper one that do the championships with.
Ah, right, okay. Get around them then, eh?
I don't know whether they'll run the new one or not though.
Yeah, there's no point getting the old one.
Yeah, it's frustrating trying to do fuel saving because you just feel hopeless. You're just like, oh, I want to be pushing on. I want to be, you know, going flat out everywhere to try and make moves and get further up the order, but you have to kind of sit and just be patient and hope that it comes back to you later on. But luckily we have some cars to follow and just punch that hole in the air for us so that we don't have to worry about doing that ourselves. So look, 16 laps of fuel to go, it reckons. So we've got a faster car behind us, but it's not really making a move to get it past us. He's maybe doing the same as us, trying to fuel save a little. Really want to just put a move on these guys ahead of us. Okay, this Lambo's going to go for it this time.
Right side.
See if this guy's hitting facts on the chat. Sod off.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Don't know why this guy's trying to defend from me. I'm not going to try and take my position back.
I think we're going to be too short, Phil.
2 laps.
Yeah, I'm
15
fuel saving
laps
quite a
left.
bit, but
Probably 17 laps to go.
I don't care if you're P6, you're not that far back. Okay, P6 is pitting. So people are pitting for splashes and dashes.
Yeah, there'll be loads.
try to just press on then.
Car stops on the right. Go right.
Oops, some drama. And this for position as well. Ooh, Ferrari's at a big wobble. Yeah, you would have thought you could save 2 laps of fuel, but don't really want to have to pit for a splash and dash. It's a long way through pit lane. Do you reckon we can save the 2 laps done, or should we just go?
I don't think we will. I mean, you can try it. See how good as we get. If anything, we'll be less time stationary than the people in front of us.
Huge lifts. Do you want me to help you somehow? With draft? A bit slow in a straight line though.
We've got draft, it
We're
should be
part of a
okay.
train. We're alright in terms of draft. We're sat on the back of the 2 cars we're racing.
Oh, right, okay.
So we're using 2.69 litres of fuel per lap. Short shifting like crazy now. Oh, I hate fuel saving.
I think if you keep saving hard, you might get one of the laps, and then hope that we get lapped again. The leaders are on turn 1 now.
And everyone else needs to refuel anyway. Yeah, so that's the thing, is if they are having to refuel as well, but we can get away without it, that would hopefully help us out. But yeah, as Danny says, if we do have to pit, it will only really be just for a very small amount, and then we can be stationary for less time than they have been. So it's whether you add up the time lost by fuel saving compared to the time gained by going flat out.
At the line.
Possibility in it.
Which gets us to 95. 0.2 gets us 96.
Yeah, we'll let Danny run the numbers. If he thinks we can kind of get away with it, then we'll run with it. If we have to pit again, we pit again. Still got the toe just about. I would like to be a little bit closer so we don't have to be full throttle for as long. So undoubtedly these cars ahead are probably going to be some fuel saving as well, hence why they're so slow, and we're lifting off everywhere and still keeping up with them. So we're on an economy drive here. Totally different kind of racing. Yeah, if you need to fuel sooner the better, then you can drive hard. Yeah, I would be under that impression as well. I mean, it's
Big
whether we
gains coming your way.
Yeah,
it's whether we lose
died.
as much time by fuel saving as we would going through pit lane, which would be about 20 to 30 seconds. So what kind of times are we? Let's have a look at let's have a look at the lap time as we come across the line here and just see what kind of times we're doing with our fuel saving. Yeah, so we're still running 50.7, so we're losing about maybe 3/10 other than pushing absolutely full flat. So 3/10 a lap. If we can eke it out, it might just work out to be better, but it's certainly very frustrating. Got below a second again of the car ahead. So the car ahead's also lost the toe of the Ferrari in front of him, so that's possibly why we're gaining back up with him again. Oh, 50.3 that time. Oof. That's a big difference. Trying to concentrate on this now. It's just it's easier driving flat out than it is trying to drive to save fuel. Which sounds a bit weird, but I really just feel like I'm just cruising around like a Sunday drive. Yeah, that's better. We only used 2.6. It was using 2.7 before, so we've saved a little bit there.
These guys behind me, oh my god. In the first sector, I'm like half a second quicker. And then you just pull it back down the straight. It's been going for the last 10 laps. I'm still 1.4 ahead of him. I mean fuel soon. I was gonna kill myself.
Literally lifting into every single braking zone, just trying to keep the fuel usage down.
versus BM versus 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Driving like your dad. No. It's 2.6 that time around, so we're saving a little bit, not much.
I've got a thanks for it as well. Private thank you. Oh. Check me out in blue, obviously.
Just cruising around like a
Yeah, really.
gentle afternoon drive. Everyone's in the same boat, really. See what kind of savings we had this time around. It's not lap times we're after, it's savings of fuel. 2.6 again. So if we were running 2.7 litres per lap like we were doing when we were going flat out, and we're saving 0.1 of a litre every lap. It's not a huge amount really, is it?
Hello, sorry.
Hey Dan.
Oh.
Oops.
Maybe talking again.
Oh. Is that why? Until I'm out of breath.
So how long we got left? We've got 12 minutes to go. And 6.3 laps.
How's everything going for you guys?
Bit dull, really. But we're alive.
Top 50.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 50th, but
I'll take 50 rather than 51.
Where's this Ferrari come from all of a sudden then? It's supposed to be a lap ahead.
what's the car been like?
Slow in a straight line. Okay in the corners. Just
So
not really.
2.6 laps. Last lap.
Thinking out people's way, really. That's been pretty non-eventful.
That's fair enough. Yeah, cheers for covering for that. Covering for me.
Oh, that's alright.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
I dreaded 5 lap of fuel warning.
cars lap down. Right side. Clear on the right. Left side. To the right.
Really want to have to pass here, but not left many options.
To the right. Clear on the left.
If he goes back through, that's fine.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
Genuinely don't know how half of these cars in front of us haven't had to pit yet.
Yet. 9 to go. Minutes.
We had bang on 5 laps when we crossed the line.
Oh, you've not pitted yet?
No.
You're gonna make it?
I think we might be a lap short.
Are you guys managing a 2-stop? 1-stop? 2.
Just fuel saving.
Oh,
It's
okay.
got splash and dash.
And look at the times, Gaz. Considering we again with that damage, times are good.
Yeah, time's been really good actually. I'm surprised. A lot of high ones are never letting people by.
Yeah. As well, I think if any other track, it wouldn't have made a big of a difference.
Yeah, but this one.
It's just here, isn't it?
The thing with fuel saving, you've got to try and maximise your speed through the corners, so you can't go as fast in a straight line, but you've really got to make sure every corner is done properly.
Seen the corners are killing them. Well and truly.
Yep.
Even with left hand
Yeah,
down steering.
Yeah, I think we're catching up to everyone in the. And just get. Let's see, you're in a tow as well, and you're not pulling on him at all.
As soon as you get to 6 attempts, they've gone. So I have to stay right on his chip, otherwise I'm dead. Look at him pulling away now. So it's 4 attempts, exactly the same exit. Five attempts.
It's going to be so close.
Just taking a 6/10, wasn't it?
Someone's
Yeah.
private messages
Gets
saying,
six
please tell your
attempts,
driver
that's easy.
great racing, thumbs up. Well, it's not real racing because not really racing.
You guys doing well? P35 still?
Yeah, if we can hang on to the fuel, but
Caught in an accident not long after you left.
Oh, really? Oh, a big one.
Spun rail, not a big one. 20 seconds of damage, but it's not really bothered the car.
Fair enough. Just been chatting with one of the guys on my stream. Apparently, Sven Haas intentionally wrecked someone in the VRS.
Really?
Apparently so. Apparently turned right into him going through turn 2.
Almost out of fuel, it may not make it to the end.
You can see a clip of that.
Yes.
Probably think of a guy probably deserved it. Sven's not a clean driver, isn't he? So it's got to be
2.3 to
reasonable,
go.
I normally thought, I don't know why
4
Sven would
and a
risk a
half minutes.
big iRating loss for that.
He had a great battle with Jamie Fleetwood here this week. It was mega.
Really?
They didn't give each other an inch or a millimetre.
Really?
It was so clean. So
I like Jamie.
Sven's normally a really nice driver and auto racing against.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll try and find that race. It's really good. It was.
So the guy behind us
Jamie
is
was, no, but his elbows
yeah,
out
he's a
when
lap
he
down,
was
so it's not
defending
too much of an
because he
issue.
wouldn't the race so much.
Did he win in the end?
Yeah. And you know, Sven comes in his chat, has a good chat with him and a good laugh about the race and stuff, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Racing should be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not like
1.9 to go and 3 minutes. No, it's
Probably
it's
won't
going to be
help
so
by the
tight.
fact that they backed the entire pack up before going.
Yeah. She's gone before Parabolica early.
But these high rating guys think it's funny.
Jerks, aren't they?
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
This feels like during the last lap at Le Mans when the leader's like 3 or 4 laps in the lead. You're just cruising
I've got the
around
clip, I'll
because
send you to you guys.
Yeah.
you can't.
It's a big giggle out, isn't it?
Okay, what are we
I'm
doing?
afraid to say, Phil, that if you don't get the white flag this lap, you're going to have to pit. There's 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, we're having to pick.
Get the tyres unticked.
Ah, that's frustrating. Never mind.
Don't know what. Any idea what we're using a lap?
Yeah, it's about 2.6.
3.72 on mine last lap.
We're going 9 to be safe.
I've been fuel saving now. Average 3.6 for me.
Tyres are off it.
That's it, go!
It's a very quick splash and dash.
Nice try though, Phil.
Yeah, we tried. We had to go for it. Just gotta hope some other people don't quite make it too.
Yeah. The guy you were behind will.
Wow. I know the Ferrari's quick, but Jesus.
On left. Big time. And we got big damage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like you standing still, but that's fair enough, mate. Like I said, bring it home. Yeah, good stuff, mate. Like I said, managed the damage well. Fair play.
Yeah, it's been alright. Battled quite high up, but shit happens. It's iRacing.
It is indeed.
It's now a case of trying to get used to driving flat out again.
Has George been streaming much? I haven't really seen him.
Not really, no.
Is he back at work now?
One more lap to go.
I don't know, I've not seen him stream.
Yeah,
Not
missed
so.
out by 1 lap. A white flag.
Oh, this BM's got no fuel.
That we were 1 lap short.
Because I've only got 1 point. I've only made up 1.09.
But in. I think we're going to finish 38. There's somebody in the pits as we went past. It's annoying now that I didn't push it that extra lap.
I suppose, isn't it?
It was very marginal, like 1.1, yeah.
Laps.
Okay, well, we've made it to the end of the 3 hours of Monza. We didn't have the most successful of races, but hey, we've kept it going. Managed to keep it out of trouble mostly.
Yes. Now I'm going to bed anyway.
Car stopped on the right. Go left.
There we go. So where's that in the end? Yeah, P38.
We'll get him next time. Don't
Nice
worry.
lap, Phil.
Oh well. Oh, 49.7. That's pretty good.
Good driving though. Just unlucky with the fuel there at the end.
Yeah, I should have probably saved some in the first stint, to be honest, but never mind.
Yeah, we learn, don't we?
Exactly.
First one back for quite a while.
Yeah, good effort, guys.
We have to prioritise that, going forward. I know we do sometimes, but
Right, well there we go. That was our stream of the
Good
3
effort,
hours of
managed to
Monza.
damage well.
yeah, it's alright.
Hope you all enjoyed that. It was
Best
a
of their situation.
bit of a slog, but only lost 2 spots from our qualifying position, considering all the carnage. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Well, if you have enjoyed the stream, please do give it the old thumbs up. Whether we do any more of these endurance races, I'm not sure, but we'll be doing something back to normal service next week. Just so you know, there won't be any live stream on the Saturday, but what we will do is we'll produce a video during the week to put out at the same time we would normally do the live stream. So it won't be a live video, but there will be a video for you to watch at 8 o'clock next Saturday,
Save the replay. Do some
and so we can
posts, do some
we can
photos.
have some fun with that then. So thank you very much to our subscribers, to
I'll get away with that.
our teammates for joining us.
Well, this is what I was thinking from an outside perspective. Like,
Just read them from home. Thank you for our teammates for joining us. You guys are legends, and it's good to have you on the stream with us. So so take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and we will catch you very, very soon for another live stream. But as I said, tune in for a video next Saturday, and we will see you all very soon. Bye bye for now.